to serve the most despicable master they could find.
Bang.
Hi, welcome back. So, what am I 3D printing today? Well, the intro will give it away a little bit, but the Peaky Blinders film's out and was going through Facebook, and an ad popped up on there for sort of a Peaky Blinders Minions mashup. So I thought I'd give it a go. Print one out, see how it goes. Maybe print a few more out. And jump over to the computer to show you what I'm talking about. It's a Minion Peaky Blinder mashup. 3 models from the same creator. Obviously them 3. Don't know who this one's by, or the Pikachu. We're going to go with the Bob Shelby. And these are multi-part models. So even if you don't have a multicolour printer, you can still print these just fine on a standard single colour printer. And for these, I'll be using the Ender 3S1 and just using Sunlu PLA. I was out of yellow, so I had to wait for that one to come in. Came in a couple of days ago, but work commitments and what have you, I had to wait till now. So I've already got these files downloaded for Bob. So let's get those loaded up into Cura and start slicing, ready to print. You can go away. Right, so what we'll go with first of all is we'll go with the largest part first. And that's in the wrong file. So what we got? Largest file is probably going to be the trousers, the suit. I'm probably going to say the suit. The reason I'm going with the largest file first is just so I can see how big I can make it. I know that the creators said that in his description that it's not a good idea to shrink these models down. But he doesn't say anything about making them bigger. He does say he's got some more models from the same range kind of thing. So I think that one will be alright. I'd imagine that is going to be the biggest part. So just want tilting back a touch. Take it off, snap. Too much. Yeah, a bit more forward. And a little bit more. Alright, so it's going to need a lot of support in the middle. Yeah, I'd have considered tree support, but that's just way too much in the middle. So we'll stick with anyway. Stick with normal supports and stick with a skirt. So I'm using a 0.6 nozzle, 0.3 tool there, right? And 10% infill. Let's see how long it's going to take to print. Shrink that out a little bit. Best part of 14 hours. I'd imagine that is going to be the longest part to print anyway. Set it going overnight, it'll be alright. Right, I'll get this one on the printer and we'll see what happens. So I'll either see when it's all printed or something fails. See if I can't figure out why it's failed. So I'll see you soon. Right, so there we go. 36 hours later, whole bunch of model parts ready to be assembled. I take all the supports off, a little bit of clean up, some wispy bits on them. So let's start cleaning these up. I suppose the big question is, will it all fit together? I know that the person that did the model said that, you know, you shouldn't really scale it down. I said, "What about scaling it up?" Obviously this is scaled up to 150%. So hopefully it'll go together all right. If we can get all these supports off, that is. Again, a little bit heavy on supports. I think I've got at least one little layer shift on the jacket, and possibly a little layer shift on the head. Other than that, everything went all right, printing wise. Other than being a bit tough to get off, these supports seem to be doing the job anyway. They don't seem to be leaving any really bad scarring or anything like that. So just awkward to get off. I think that's going to be interesting, getting the support out of the middle of that. Yeah, I think this is going to take a little while to get all these off, cleaned up properly. So, yep, not too bad. It'll take a little while to clean up the insides of these. It's quite heavy on the supports again. So, I'll set to work on cleaning all this up. When I've got them all cleaned up, I'll come back to it. Right, so that took a little while to get all them supports off, but they're all off now. Let's give it a quick flash just to get rid of some of these wispy bits. And then should be good to, oh, I missed a bit there. Should be good to start putting it together. Right, where do you start? Well, start at the bottom, work up, I think. We get his feet on first. It's a little bit of mitre bond. I was going to say you need to be fairly quick with this, but it doesn't seem to. Didn't seem to want to set then. Right, how's this one going to go together? That's not too bad of a fit at all. Need quite a bit of glue on this bit. The only thing we use in this mitre bond is it tends to leave little white marks. Especially on the black. They do clean off, so it's not too bad. I think we'll have to leave him there because he's not too happy about setting. Did miss a little bit of support here. Nice piece to take off. Is that one going to fit? No, it's not. Sometimes on these, when they put these square pegs in the corners, tend to be a little bit oversized. But there's plenty of peg to go at, so it's not too bad. You can just snip them back. It's not like you're never going to see them. Oh, put it on the table. So that one out. It's out the front. At least it bounces. So I'll just run around inside it all as well and just debur inside. That might help. If in doubt, whack it. Ha! Put that on forward to help. Right, is this setting yet? Yep. So, buttons. I believe there was a correct way that these fit in. The only thing is, I can't remember which way it was. Then I'm going to be chasing them all over the floor. A little bit awkward. Oh, a lot of a bit awkward. This is the only thing when you put everything to print. So like all your brown together, you can't remember which way around you put it on the build plate. So you can't remember which was, because I believe there was a top and a bottom for these buttons, but I can't remember which one was which. And that's not going to go in there. It's actually just a little bit of support still in there. That's the top button now. That makes that one the bottom one. Right. Shirts. Cuffs. And again, corners are sort of splayed out, so they don't want to go in. Yeah, that's a slightly tight fit in there. No glue needed. Snip these off just to make sure that they're going to fit before I even try. Got it. We'll put a bit of glue on that just to try and keep it together. I think what we'll actually do is these goggles first. Yeah, there is a little air shift on this, and it's happened right where this recessed area is, where his band goes. So it's not that noticeable from the back, and obviously the front is where his goggles go. So hopefully we get away with that one. So let's put his goggles together first. Is there a top and a bottom to those? No, I don't think there is. So eyelids in. And then, yeah, it's going to be fun. They definitely need a deburring tool for putting these sort of multi-part models together. The things they do tend to bite back sometimes, so be careful. Oh, that one's in. Oh, yeah. And they're a little bit tight. But they're in there. And a couple of pupils. There, one set of eyes in goggles. That could just go in a little bit further. Let's just see if we can get that in. No, that's in as far as it's going to go. Right. Yeah, there's just a tiny little gap right up in the where his goggles go, just in the corner there. But it's alright, it's not too bad. Well, I guess we're not having no glue in there then. Maybe best bet just to put a little bit back. Gonna have to stink that spray as well. And he did need a little bit to put his shirt into his suit, so we'll put a bit of glue on that. Won't bother spraying that, it'll set on its own anyway. Let's not forget his band for his goggles. There's bits just cover there, so put those on. It's just not sticking at all. There's one that's got to be awkward. And the other side, no, not that bit. That's got a little bit of filament, a little bit of spot right down deep in your mouth. But that's got it. Right. get his cap on. Definitely going to need quite a lot of glue on this bit. And then a tie. What's the fit like on that first? Alright, it's actually got like a little recess underneath, so it actually goes right under, tucks right in. Very neat. And get the cigar put together. Cigar, cigarette, whichever one it is. Yeah, so I need a little bit of shaving down. Yeah, you don't want to stick and then just decide it's going to stick all of a sudden. Right, a couple of hands. Easier to put the glue on there than it will be to put it on that. And the last one. Now let's not forget the finishing touch. The razor blade. There isn't like a definite recess or anything in there for this. I think we'll just try and stitch it underneath the bottom of there a little bit. A bit of glue. And put a bit on that just to lift it so it's following the contours of his hat. Of his cap, sorry. Something like that. So there you go. Bob. Minion Peaky Blinder. Peaky Minion Bob. Yep, seem to go together all right. One or two little areas, especially them square pegs where it's the corners are sort of rounded and they're never recessed, they're always sticking out sort of thing, so it just makes it a little bit more awkward to put them together sometimes, but they seem to go together all right. So yeah, Peaky Bob. Thanks for watching.